No, maybe not.
You could just be enlightened, like a meditation.
Yeah, literally. He's so like, he lives in a meditative state basically. So he just starts spinning that shit, and he's in the zone.
Fair. I mean, I don't know, but I think the way they made his character, I don't think that was a coincidence.
That was another reason I love this movie, is that he pulls up in like the ship.
Yeah.
In the zone. He's playing what is it? Subterranean Homesick Blues by Bob Dylan.
Might be.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Johnny's in the basement working in the government.
I definitely like the idea that our soul and our body are like separate entities.
Right.
I thought this movie was very like Buddhist kind of, where you kind of talk to past lives and they teach you a little bit.
Right.
And then you die and you teach someone else. It's kind of like reincarnation, but not quite.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like your consciousness is a little like reincarnated.
Yeah, not quite the Buddhist image, but like
similar.
Similar
It was,
vibes.
Yeah,
I think spirituality.
I wonder, honestly, to that point, I wonder if this movie got a lot of hate from like Christian or like Catholic like review things, you know? Because it kind of does very much so go against.
They also like still try not to shit on religions. Like they just call it the Great Beyond instead of like naming it.
Right.
And like what I love how when people go, they just kind of like slowly become like little balls of energy, and that's like them hitting a fly light. It's just.
Well, it's kind of interesting too. Kind of.
And they don't tell you what's after that, because
it kind of seems like they're going to the collective mind, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. No, their faces like go away before they zap. Like,
which honestly, like, is something I could really get behind and see. Like, I could see us being still ourselves in the afterlife, but like we join a collective where we are ourselves, but we're more than that. You know, it's not necessarily a bad thing either. You know,
we're all connected.
Who do you think you guys talk to
when we're there?
Exactly.
When your soul was in the, what do you call it, the U seminary?
The U seminar.
Who do you guys think you talked to as a mentor?
You know what's weird? Honestly, so I like definitely obviously don't remember any of that stuff.
Yeah, you don't remember the U seminar?
Yeah, you know, I should
remember childbirth?
Unfortunately not. But
really?
like
before childbirth?
You know, like deja vu though?
First birthday.
You know, like deja vu,
my 0th birthday.
that feeling?
Yeah.
I feel like that could be like definitely like past versions of yourself coming into play, you know? Maybe showing you and try to guide you in the present life that you're in to make better decisions.
Maybe.
It's different from Buddhism, because in Buddhism I don't know what the deal with like creating new souls is, but it's the soul, like a soul goes, you live, and then you go into a new body. Whereas in the movie, it's like they create new souls and they're these new fresh ones. And they throw them in, and then they die, and those souls go to the Great Beyond. But maybe that energy from the Great Beyond is used to recreate the new souls.
I could see that.
In the movie I don't know.
I mean, hey, that's an interesting theory for sure. You know what? I can get behind that for sure.
But Nick, who would you say your mentor was?
I don't know. That's a good question. You guys answer first. Circle back to me. I'm gonna cheat a little bit.
I'm trying to think.
I might have to come back to this one.
Come back to that.
Maybe
we'll sit on it. We'll sit on it.
Later in the episode,
stick
around. We'll let you know later on who our mentors were growing up.
Even though he died after I was born, I'm just gonna say it was Steve Irwin.
Steve Irwin. Okay, I could see that.
Actually, did he?
Yeah,
he died like 2000. No, you're pretty young.
I was born in 2001.
Yeah, I think he died after.
Yeah,
I don't think so, Steve. Wouldn't really make sense physically.
No, I'm kind of poor with animals. I saw a fox today.
Oh, really?
I was walking down by the railroad tracks, and I was walking back to my house, and I look up and I see like a little dog-looking thing, and I'm like, oh, somebody's dog. Where's the leash? Where's the owner? And I keep looking, and it turns like to the side and crosses the railroad tracks, and it's got like.
Is it red?
It's got like orange fur, the red fur.
Oh, no way!
And it had a bird in its mouth.
Oh wow, that's crazy!
I was like, oh shit!
So it was munching. So it's all mid munch.
And then it just like sat down to start eating in the middle of the path. So I was
really?
like, hey, and then he ran away.
You know what's funny? I found that like when I've seen like a coyote or like a fox in my backyard or in my neighborhood and stuff, like they're not afraid animals. You know, like if you see a deer, they just bolt instantly.
Yeah, deer are rattled.
But
fox are just like,
it's weird. They like kind of look at you and like they're like, "What's good?"
Because they probably know you're there before you know they are.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, they can sense you.
Trying to stay still a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty interesting.
At my school, there's rabbits everywhere. Rabbits everywhere here too. But when I walk out of my apartment, I could, if I wanted to, bend down, pick up a rabbit, and eat it for dinner. But I don't do that. I don't do that though, because it's not ethical.
Fur and all.
Because they're wild animals, and I'm not gonna eat a rabbit.
See, we don't have rabbits. We have a ton of squirrels.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever thought of eating it?
No, not in the
No?
slightest. Squirrels don't really seem
Really?
appetizing.
College
to me.
North
budget?
Carolina, they don't eat squirrel.
Well, I bet they do down there. It seems
Squirrel
like the place,
jerky?
but squirrel jerky for sure. Seems actually that could be kind of good. I bet that's a thing. Maybe.
College isn't running that dry.
Nah, not that dry. Hopefully not.
Nah, maybe next year. This podcast is costing us a lot. You gotta say.
Yeah, so definitely, definitely listen. Get those views up. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, all right. So back to Soul. We kind of went off track a little bit there. So what did you guys think of? And I just want to bring this up because I think it's kind of interesting. So when Joe and 22 come down together out of like that area, and he gets put into the cat's body.
Yep.
And 22 gets put into his body, and like, they go through that
Comedy.
whole experience. Like that's pretty funny, right? But that scene where like they get into that conflict, you know, and I think Joe's like, you only like have these experiences because they're based off my experiences and living my life.
Oh yeah. When they're about to do the switch, but then she's like, "No, I want to live."
Right. What did y'all think of that? Because honestly, like on both parts, I can see where they're both coming from as characters. You know, do you take 22's side? Do you take Joe's side? Like, because I know it works out obviously, but that's kind of a heated scene for sure.
I think Joe's main flaw is that he's too caught up in that dream of his to be the famous musician.
Right.
And he's so hell bent on it that like his mind, he's not thinking clearly, and he's not seeing things as they are. So when things go not his way in terms of achieving that goal, which obviously he needs to switch back into his body to go play with Dorothea Williams, he loses it, and then he says some mean stuff to 22.
Yeah. Okay.
I kind of thought, as the accountant said, he said, "You cheated life. You cheated death. You can't do that." And he did die. Or, like he was dead enough to kind of go into. But he was dead enough, but then he
he wasn't ready to die.
He was also hella young. I could see why he wasn't ready.
I
to
feel like
die.
it wasn't his place to take away 22's like chance.
And maybe it was just a Disneyfication, but his body seemed to be quite all right after falling into that manhole.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But Andrew, to your point, you bring up an interesting
Stem
point.
cell
So you're saying that
far
he
away.
shouldn't have stole 22's experiences, but at the same time, he's not wrong.
She was stealing his.
Like she was stealing his body, and like she was about to just be like, "Joe, I'm not giving that back to
That's
you."
what I'm saying. This is kind of a horror film.
It's interesting. It gets pretty deep for like a couple of seconds, and like honestly, it kind of gets to the point where like it also brings up another question, like maybe even living in someone else's shoes or the way you view other people, you know. And maybe they're bringing up
Find
that
your
question.
own path in life, not someone else's.
Right. Yeah, I think that was pretty interesting for sure.
So pretty unrelated question. Do you think, obviously we have no idea, but 22 could be born, like we think of 22 with that voice, but 22 could be born as like literally anywhere in the world, anyone. Like 22 could be a guy.
Right.
I don't know. That just came to me.
You know what this made me think of?
Because she is like spirit.
Yeah.
Like they're not out yet. You know.
She could become a man in the Philippines who just has that lust for life. You know.
Right.
Could be.
I buy it.
Could
buy
be
it.
like what
Or
like transgenderism is, where you have a soul it's trapped in the wrong body. Kind of made me think, like, maybe someone's meant to be something else. So, like, interesting. I was like,
yeah. A lot of transgender people feel most of their lives that they were born in the wrong body.
kind of similar. Like, I'm like Tina Fey. I mean, I know it's just a voice, but it was probably she was kind of acting a little girly, but she was trapped in
Right.
Joe's body. So maybe if you kept that body, it would become Josephine.
Backtrack. Tina Fey is 22.
Yep. Your mind's just being blown by the characters
Holy
here.
shit.
See, I think that's a crazy thing.
I've literally been the only person that cares about the actors, and the one time I don't look at the cats.
yeah.
I think that's a funny thing too. Animation, like, totally like does.
It's hard to tell.
It's hard to tell, but first of all, I think also it's kind of interesting too. Because it doesn't really matter who's acting in them, to a degree.
I mean,
obviously they
better
gotta be
the
good
voice
actors,
actors,
but like, as long as long as they're decent, you get the message across. I mean, it's more so about following the cartoon characters, not about who's acting
animation.
behind it. You know?
Yeah, they probably could use a lot of different voices.
Right.
I didn't even know it was Jamie Foxx. They probably use a lot of
Right.
people. I didn't really know it was Tina Fey. I only knew it was Tina Fey because I saw the cast list, but
right.
probably could use like any guy and girl for that.
Definitely. I mean,
But
Yeah,
I think sometimes they do like BoJack Horseman.
Will
like main-
Arnett.
Yeah, Will Arnett definitely adds to that character. I thought.
Will
For
Arnett
sure.
was perfect for that.
Yeah.
and I think it's very like circumstantial, I guess you could say. But
What if Morgan Freeman played SpongeBob? That'd be kind of weird.
yeah, it would be weird. So yeah, I mean, like obviously
I'm
not
ready.
like that, but like
I am ready.
I don't know. I mean, you don't necessarily. I mean, I guess it's just the fact like obviously, yeah, you need someone that fits the role first of all of the character that's being played. And then he'd be a decent actor, but it doesn't. It's not. I guess the point I was trying to make is
Jamie
it's
Foxx
not
could
about.
play the role because he's an impeccable piano player.
Is he actually in real life?
Jamie Foxx is one of the most talented people on this planet.
I buy it. I buy it for
He-
sure.
Sing,
He's like a
He's a good
quintuple
singer.
threat.
act,
Sing, act, comedy,
basketball probably.
Yeah, he's pretty funny, dude.
Jamie Butler.
musician, dancer.
He can dance.
Yeah, professional basketball.
But yeah,
That's
Pretty
really.
neat.
He does. He
They
acts.
don't, their
he
their
acts as
eyes
Jimmy-
are different, but they really do look similar.
yeah.
What if Jimmy Butler was a character that Jamie Foxx is playing?
He's playing it damn well.
Yeah. I mean, good. Probably good like makeup because like they added like a foot on him probably.
Yeah, actually. Just make him 6'7" real quick. How do you do that for me?
Just said stilts, you know.
You have to like break your bones and like spread them out like every once in a
Oh
while.
yeah, you
slowly.
put the thing, the extension in the kneecap, you know, to
Yeah.
push it out.
Probably
Or the
take
ankles.
years,
I think it's the
though.
ankles actually.
Probably take years to do.
Maybe not.
I'll tell you want to be Steve.
Yeah, we can work on it. We can get you.
Steve's
Fuck.
4'6".
Yeah. I'd mess around with a 5'2".
5'2" is pretty tall for you though. I don't know. I mean, it might
Yeah,
skew
that-
everyone's
that-
image of you.
That could take a while.
Could take a couple years or two.
My doctor told me I might be 5 feet,
Really?
but I think I'm done growing. 4'6".
How old are you?
4'6", damn.
22.
Really,
Really?
38 years old and you're only 4'6"? That's crazy.
Damn.
It's tough, man.
Yeah. My
All right, wait,
My
so-
42nd birthday was last week.
Damn, really? Leap year? Are you a leap year kid?
Mhm.
But just like the reverse, we have more birthdays
Yeah, I'm
than
a,
normal
I'm a
people.
peel baby.
Oh, okay.
Or a pale baby.
That's pretty wild. When did you discover that?
Just today.
Oh, damn.
My mom sat me down. She was like, "Listen, son,
We need to have a talk.
you're 42.
How old is your mom then, if you're 42?
She's 16.
That's kind of like that
Whoa.
movie. Have you seen that movie with
Interstellar?
No, there's some movie. It's a scary movie.
Benjamin Buttons.
No. But like it's about the like devil and like the dog. Is it Orphan? Orphan.
I haven't seen it.
Haven't
Well, add it to
seen
the
it.
list maybe.
Wait,
Add to the
Maybe.
list for sure.
on
I'm not gonna
on people getting possessed in horror movies. Can
Yeah.
we get some horror movies where the recipient wants to be possessed?
That's like scary movie. Scary movie. I feel like that happens for sure.
Well, we're not. We probably could review a scary movie. We're at that level, right?
Yeah.
We probably talk like really deep about scary movies.
we go way
I
too
bet
deep
we
into
would.
scary movie. But
We
you know
hype
what? We
that
don't.
shit up.
We'd unlock different meanings that the director and writers didn't even know. And like, you know what? I never even thought about
We
that.
like win him a Pulitzer Prize or something.
That'd be pretty funny.
What is
Yeah.
that? Pulitzer Prize.
Pulitzer Prize for writing for sure. I think it's
Yeah.
books.
We probably win it
It-
for them.
It's writing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we probably win him a Grammy or something.
Kendrick Lamar's a Pulitzer Prize winner.
That's
Really?
sick.
Literature in
That's
general.
really cool.
Congrats,
I think
Mr.
so was
Lamar.
Bob Dylan, right? He didn't
Bob
accept,
Dylan is.
he
Bob
didn't
Dylan.
accept it though.
Yeah, he didn't go to accept it.
Didn't he get a Nobel
No,
Peace
that was
too?
that was the Nobel Peace.
Oh, he didn't
Prize.
accept that.
He got the Nobel Peace Prize for literature, and he didn't like go to the ceremony.
I mean, that's a baller move right there.
Yeah, that-
I like that.
That's my guy.
Stick it to the
Man
man.
and Me.
But yeah, that's pretty litty.
It's a song by Bob Dylan I sang a couple episodes back. I want to check it out.
Yeah, go
to find
go
it.
back and
To
listen.
find it.
Yeah.
One day we're gonna release some unreleased footage
Of Andrew
of
just
our, of our
singing.
singing.
Yeah. I'm actually pretty good.
Well,
Pretty bad if I
we're
had
like
to say
the,
myself.
The Soggy Bottom Boys 2.0.
Yeah,
Ooh,
what's that?
also that's like needs to hop on the list real quick too.
Oh, that's on the list.
That'd be on the list for sure. All right, we need to hop back though. We need to hop
Yeah.
back. This was like the longest tangent. All right,
Where were we in Seoul? We were just
so
wait. do
we
you
were
guys-
hopping around
Do
even
you guys
within
know
the
who your
movie.
mentors are yet?
I want to say, I think I'm gonna give myself a big pat in the back for this one.
by all means.
Mark Twain. I love Mark Twain. I'm gonna say
You're
Mark
wrong.
Twain.
Why?
I just like him. I think